Good afternoon. Welcome to the Digital Weather Desk powered by Century Next Bank. I'm Jared Floyd. Happy Wednesday. And if you are getting ready to head home from work or you are heading home from work, well, first off, if you're heading home from work, don't watch this while driving. You can listen to it, that's fine, but not while you're driving. Don't watch it. Again, hope you had a wonderful Wednesday across the area. Do have some spotty storms. We'll get to that in a minute. In fact, let's start with a look at the satellite and also a reminder that today's forecast made possible by the United Way of Northeast Louisiana and their 211 initiative. If you know someone who needs a safe place tonight, dial 211 for real-time shelter locations. And, of course, 211 is just a great resource to have, especially in the peaks and throes of severe weather, winter weather, tropical season, and available across the entire region. All right, let's take a look at the satellite. And, again, you can see the bubble-up showers and storms to be had and some of the what we call agitated cumulus across the area. Essentially just cumulus that's got some upward motion growing vertically, and that's also yielding some of the isolated thunderstorms that we've seen so far this afternoon. A few severe thunderstorm warnings have been needed, not in our area, but around as we've worked through the day. Let's kind of tour the radar. Most of what we've seen in southern Arkansas is already kind of fizzling for the evening. That doesn't mean we can't see a little bit of a rejuvenation of some isolated storms over the next few hours, but most of those spots, the activity's been fairly limited. We do have some storms marching along I-20, or at least close to I-20. From between Monroe and Shreveport. One is out over Webster Parish, and that's technically out of the coverage area, but doesn't matter. We can kind of talk about whatever we want. And that storm is out near Mendon. So if you're traveling west along I-20, be aware of that. And then the one that we're also keeping an eye on is kind of that same Douglas, Sibley, Shudrant area, kind of the Shudrant exit of I-20, kind of getting hammered by some heavy rainfall right now, maybe even some small hail. Again, these storms move relatively slowly. That does lead to some damaging wind potential. Even in an isolated storm like this, it creates the potential for what we call downbursts. I'll have more on that a little bit later on this evening as we kind of talk more about how those impact our atmosphere. Speaking of downbursts, you can see the shockwave-like radar echoes across central Louisiana with some of the strong to severe storms that have popped up through the course of the day. Again, this is technically outside of our established coverage area, but just if you have family or friends in this area, keep an eye on these storms. And also, make sure that you give Nick Mikulus a follow, Sinlaw Weather. This is his area. He's been keeping an eye on these through the afternoon. Him and Tom do great work. They are a great follow for central Louisiana weather. We also have a little bit of an overlap in our coverage area. So if you're Grant, LaSalle, Catahoula, Concordia parishes, probably want to give both of us a follow. And more information, the better, is my general thought process. Quick check of the rain totals over the last 6 hours. Only doing the last 6 hours because I don't want to really include the rain from yesterday. Some spots, again, radar estimates about 0.07 of an inch of rain in and around Camden. Just shy of 1/4 of an inch of rain in the Jonesboro-Hodge area. Again, these are kind of radar estimates from around the region, but no measurable rain for a good chunk of those observation sites. Futurecast made possible by Bayou Power Sports, I-20 frontage road Monroe. Hunting season right around the corner. If you need a side-by-side ATV, something like that, go see Mike and the gang. They'll get you set up. And the isolated storm potential's back tomorrow. If you have high school football plans, Ouachita, Sterlington. Lightning delays can't be completely ruled out. I'm not going to say it's a high likelihood, but it is a possibility. Again, this is 1:30 in the afternoon, but the afternoon and evening storms are likely to kind of linger over the next couple of days, so be aware of that. Friday, perhaps even a better focus to the showers and storms. Big bummer for high school football plans on Friday night as well. We'll talk more about those as we get a little bit closer, as we may be influenced a little bit more by a weak trough of low pressure in that point, so it could bump the rain chances up a tad. Again, nothing that really, cancel plans or panic about or anything like that. It's something to watch as we head toward the day on Friday. Temperatures, rain cooled in some spots. Homers at 88, 92 in Ruston, 90 in Jonesboro, 92 in Columbia. And then they refresh. 91 in Ruston, 91 in Magnolia. Again, where we haven't seen the rain, it is still quite steamy. Texarkana checking at 99, Bastrop 95. Monroe's now at 92, but I believe they were at 94 as I was kind of developing the forecast earlier. Quick check of the tropical satellite. Tropical storm Gabrielle is out there. And I really want to kind of I don't want folks to be misled. You can see the cloud swirl kind of in the middle of the screen. This is a very lopsided tropical storm. As the middle kind of center part of your screen is the focus of this tropical storm. Again, lopsided. The storm's center is actually reformed through the course of the daytime hours today. So that also has made some slight adjustments to the forecast track. Again, 4 p.m. advisory has now maximum sustained winds at 50 miles per hour. Moving off to the west-northwest, still pretty quick pace, but has slowed down a smidge. Will round the base of this ridge of high pressure, find a little weakness in that high pressure, and make a northerly turn, expected to become Hurricane Gabrielle at some point late this weekend, and perhaps could impact the island of Bermuda, depending on the storm's track. Again, you look at that and you're going, that thing's coming nowhere near us. And that is a very astute observation. But again, we'll keep an eye on it as tropical season continues in full force. Overnight lows tonight near 70 degrees, possibly a storm or two, especially through the early part of the night. But the rain chances overnight generally drop to around 10%. Daytime highs tomorrow in the low to mid-90s. We'll kind of do this whole process all over again, where you don't see the rain. Maybe even upper 90s are not out of the realm of possibilities. But some cloud cover and some spotty showers and storms to be had. Again, if you have outdoor plans, whether it be high school football, whether it be any other outdoor events, be aware that an isolated storm could really pop up anywhere in the region at any point through the afternoon and evening. Not necessarily severe, but could still produce some gusty winds, some lightning, and chase you inside for just a little bit. Look at the 7-day forecast. As I've said for the last 3 or 4 days, the more things change, the more they stay the same. I promise I'm updating this forecast every day. It just doesn't look like it. Highs will stay in the low to mid-90s. Morning lows upper 60s to near 70. Best rain chances, if we really had to pinpoint them right now, would be Friday and Tuesday. Early to middle parts of next week, we may see a subtle change to the forecast. We don't know what that change will look like, but we're obviously I'll keep you updated on that. Again, as the Digital Weather Desk celebrated its kind of ribbon-cutting and official launch yesterday, you can find a post on my social media platforms that you can read and see some pictures, a little bit more about yesterday, and just some special thanks to some folks that have helped make this possible. How can you continue to support? Follow us on your favorite social media platforms, even the ones you don't like. Follow us there too. Like, comment, and share, and support our business partners when you can, if you can. And this is not possible without them. All right, we'll keep an eye on the radar through the rest of the afternoon and evening. If something really bonkers happens, we start seeing some strong to severe storms pop up, I'll obviously let you know about it. Other than that, I'll check in with you first thing tomorrow morning. We do have a football forecast tomorrow. We've got some Thursday night games, and we'll take a look at the forecast for the rest of the week, and we'll also keep an eye on Gabrielle.